I'm gonna record this. So it's Saturday. As that last video, I walked from Glide to um to the library. So this library doesn't open till on Saturdays. So it's 9 to Tuesday. Monday it's 10 to 6, I believe. Um, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday it's 9 to 8. My favorite Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursdays. Fridays and Saturdays it's 10 to 6, and Sunday it's 12 to 6. The worst. Um, but anyways, I just thought I would do a quick film of. There's a person here who seems to be talking, addressing these people. I think I spoke with these people maybe a week ago, and they gave me some a little hygiene kit with some what do you call it, Nutrigrain bars, or those types of um, um, uh, uh, granola bars type things, or nutrition bars, right? Fruit bars, nutrition bars. Anyways, um, and so I talked with them briefly, and I told them, I just barely mentioned my sisters a little bit. One of my sisters having a health problem, and they prayed for her and prayed for my sisters that they were safe and secure. And I haven't talked to my sisters even since then. I still haven't talked to either of them. I sent text messages to Dessa, and like I said, I got messages back, but I can't say for sure that it's even heard. That's unfortunately the situation. I don't know if I'm talking to is actually them. And so my older sister, I called the police in Hemet to do a wellness check. And she didn't answer the door. And this was at night, about a week ago, almost, maybe less than a week ago. Yeah, a little less than a week ago. I think it was like the 26th, I think. And then when she did finally reply to a text I sent her like 2 days later, she was like, "Oh, hi, how you doing?" She totally didn't even mention what she had emailed me before, which caused me to do the wellness check in the first place. That she said, "quote I'm under attack," is what she said. And I took it with a grain of salt because I know what living with her has been like on and off for the past 14 months. That house, I'm not safe in that house, so she can't be trusted. So I don't. But again, I don't even know. She said, that people are hacking her phone, and I'll tell her, "Hey, I got a text from you." She says, "I didn't send a text." Well, so I got an email from you. I didn't send an email. Stuff like that. So I don't even know who I'm talking to. If I don't hear a voice on the phone, I can't be sure who I'm talking to, right? So, anyways, so I've been reading Revelations on October 11th. I started reading 2025 this month, or last month rather, right? It's November 1st today, Saturday, November 1st, 2025. Anyways, and I started to do my interpretations of Revelation. It took me a few days, and at one point I'm like, okay, well maybe I'm an olive tree, right? There's two olive trees, two witnesses in the NIV Bible. So I mean, my Bibles, the Bibles I have, I got two NIV Bibles. One was the large print, and one is the one I have now. The one with the large print got stolen. And that's all they stole that particular day. They stole just the large Bible, the large print rather. It was a larger Bibles too, obviously, if it's got larger print. Anyways, they stole that Bible, and I'm left with this one, which is in bad shape at this point because it's hard to keep things dry in these bags, and it was raining on me a few weeks ago, a week and a half ago, whenever it was. It rained like 2 or 3 nights since I've been here in total. Anyways, so everything kind of gets a little, the outsides of all my journals and the Bibles get kind of worn down really quick, and kind of get messed up really quick. But anyways, I started regarding myself as one of the olive trees in Revelations. I believe it's Revelations 11. I think I could be wrong. No, I'm probably wrong. But anyways, and a tall person, olive complexion, perhaps biracial. Um, and so, anyways, so when I saw this gathering out here with these people gathered around that gentleman up there in the back there, I think I've seen him here before. And I was like, and it sounded like he was talking to them for a little bit. He's been talking with them for probably at least a half hour. I've been here for about a half hour, maybe. And I was like, at first I was like, just kind of not paying attention. Then I just heard him talking. Very, 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 very. I could barely hear from here. Anyways, And I was just thinking, I was like, oh, I'm very suspicious of everything, everybody, and everything. Um, and like, if I get a hygiene kit, like, even, sad to say, unfortunately, this is the reality that I have to live in right now. I can't trust anybody. I can't trust anything anybody tries to give me. Um, so this gentleman might be filming me right here. That's kind of the reality I'm in. Anyways, but yeah, I'll usually sort of flip a coin sometimes to decide what to do on a particular. If I have a question about something, I'll just flip a coin, so to speak, or flip something like a bottle cap. I'll flip a. I've got a phone charger. I'll flip the brick part of it, the part that you stick into the outlet. I'll flip that. See where it lands. I denote to myself which side is heads or tails, that sort of thing. And I'll just use it because they cannot influence my thoughts, or they can influence my thoughts. So if I try to decide what to pick, they can influence my thoughts, and I'll pick what they want me to pick. But if I let the coin toss, then it can be God, it can be random chance. Either way, I take the decision out of my hands, and I trust that decision more than I trust my own, or what I think is my own. If you catch my drift, right? So, anyways, that's where I'm at right now. I'm going to stop this video. 6 minutes 26. We got about maybe another less than 10 minutes for the library to open, and just gonna wait till the library opens. All right. So they kind of just, since I'm about to end this video, I'll just say, yeah, they moved on to this other person here. And anyways, talk to you later, people. Here's me, by the way, in case you're wondering. I totally need to shave. For the past, since I started shaving my head in, probably I started shaving my head in about 19, probably 1999. It's probably when I started shaving my head, like, completely. Um, and I've never until about, maybe until I got to LA, because that's when they stole my clippers. I had two pairs of clippers, my dad's and mine. Both of those got stolen, I think, on separate occasions. But I've never ever had this going on. This right here, all this. I would usually shave at least minimum 3 times a week, minimum, if not more. And I've never had this whole beard thing. It's just this part I would have down, this right here, mustache, and this, but not this. I didn't even think I could grow this or this. But anyways, um, but yeah, I gotta. This is me, so I gotta. Whoops, and I got to get this shaving thing situated. If I get my EBT cash money, I can just buy a cheap little electric clippers. But like I said, I got $0 right now. I got like 24 cents on my EBT card, cash, a food card, my EBT food stamps. And hopefully we'll get these food stamps will go through. We'll go through in the next day or two, and I'll get my EBT food stamps at least. If not, in the cash, I'll have to wait a little bit longer. I've got to pay for my Sci-Fi Command hosting. The domain is still mine, but I may lose the hosting. And if I lose the hosting, I've got everything backed up. Um, if I lose the hosting, I can easily find another host. And once I get my cash or some cash, I can get the site back up. Once I have money, I can get the site back up probably in an hour, because I got everything backed up this time. In the past, I hadn't backed up everything. So, anyways, so I need to get some cash here, basically, and it's very difficult. You would not believe it's only $12.49 to get this, to pay for this web hosting, because I pay for I only go by I only pay by the month. I don't pay for a year in advance, or 3 months or 6 months, or whatever. I just pay month to month, because that's my budget these days, unfortunately. And